Hello. So today's topic is about dogs. Yes, I said dogs because I think they teach us so many things. Now, if you're a pet owner and you don't have a dog, you might have a cat or you may have had a bird or whatever. And so just transfer this to that. But I keep this little silly card that somebody once gave me on my door here at the office. And it reminds me of Rosie a little bit. It doesn't look like Rosie, but it makes me think of my dogs and some of the things I've learned from them. I think of our first dog, Lord, who was such an obedient character, but he was also very, very spontaneous. And when it came to food, if he saw food, he'd eat it, even though he was told, how to eat on command and all these different things. He just was really spontaneous. And as he got older and more lethargic, he would just sit there and watch other dogs go by. He was just really kind of a funny dog. But I was a dog I could trust with my kids. And that's one of the things that I think dogs teach us. They teach us loyalty and they teach us how to be just trustworthy and so patient. I look at Rosie now and she is just so patient with us. She waits for us to open the door, she's got this tail. And we always laugh because our other dogs had a little stubby tail, so we didn't have to worry about them getting caught indoors. But I worry about her always getting caught in the door. So I'm always holding the doors open and I go slowly with her and she just moseys along and does her thing. So I think dogs teach us to trust, they teach us loyalty, they teach us patience. They teach us to be aware of what's going on around us. They watch us. They use their sense of smell to alarm us to different things. The sounds of the doorbell. Rosie's our alert alarm. She lets us know before anybody even gets to the door that they're there. So I think it's really important that we look at our pets and we get some sense of where we're going with this and then transfer that to your business. My goodness, we need to be loyal to our customers, consistent, following up to help them, answering phone calls or returning phone calls or just listening to the different things that we need to get in touch with. Keeping in touch again with people. I think it's so important that we have relationships. Yes, we see each other like this, and yes, I'm here to answer your questions and that, but I think it's so important that we get to be in touch with people periodically. We meet up with them at conventions or we see them in some other circumstance, but we can stay connected. And that's another thing dogs do for us. They're always with us. My Rosie is kind of my, she's always with me. She's like a fastener. My daughter calls her my Velcro dog. Yeah, she's there for me all the time. So I think it's important for us to know that and to take those skills and the things that our pets teach us and then take them out into the world. Now we had birds years ago, and I think that they would tweet along with when the windows were open with the animals outside. They would, sing little songs, and we had parakeets, and one was a talker. He would say different little sentences like where you're going, what you're doing, because he was mimicking everything I would say to the kids. But it was wonderful because when the water was on, he was singing, and he was just a happy, happy bird. And it makes me think about those people who whistle. They're inherently very happy people most of the time, or they're enjoying what they're doing when they're whistling a tune. My dad was like that. He was a great whistler, and I love to listen to him whistle. I'm so sorry that it's not on tape or anything, but we didn't do those things years ago. But my dad was a great whistler, and when he was happy building something or working in the garage, he was always whistling. You always knew where he was. So, again, things in our past help us to live our future in a better way, to have a better mentality, to be happier about things. So with that, I want to just wish you a happy day and go for it and watch your pets and learn from them. Bye now.